If you guys have been following the situation when it comes to Hogwarts Legacy, there's been a lot of controversy in regards to Hogwarts Legacy. People are labeling J.K. Rowling as a transphobic because of statements that she's made on Twitter that I don't believe were necessarily hateful or transphobic. And you know how society is right now when it comes to woke culture, when it comes to cancel culture. If you don't fall in line with the beliefs that that side has, you're a bigot or you're a problem. And there's no difference of opinion when it comes to that. I'm here thinking that all different forms of fashions of opinion are welcomed. I'm never am like, oh, this side's completely wrong. They got to be canceled. So there's a boycott with people that believe J.K. Rowling is transphobic, and they've been calling for a boycott of Hogwarts Legacy, which is set to come in February. Well, with all boycotts, whether people want to admit it or not, it tends to often backfire. We saw the Bayonetta 3 boycott situation happen about a month or two ago. Well, as of today, this is saying Hogwarts Legacy is shaping up to be 2023's biggest game. And this is what happens. Whether people want to say people that are against the woke culture are a vocal minority, which they're not. They are not a vocal minority, or else this wouldn't happen every time people try to cancel stuff. Every time that woke culture comes, it backfires on them. Whether you like it or not, if you go woke, you go broke. And I know a lot of people, oh my God, why are you being one of those neck? This is facts. All right? Harry Potter's for children. Just because somebody believes something doesn't mean that is bad. All right? J.K. Rowling did nothing wrong, in my opinion. You could think that. You could think otherwise. You could think that she did something wrong. But let's be real here. Let's be fucking real here. All this boycotting shit is completely backfiring whether you like it or not. End of the fucking story. So this says, on paper, the coming 12 months are going to be hectic for new video game releases, but Hogwarts Legacy is currently the #1 best-selling title overall at this moment for games that appear on PS5. Despite being a month away from release, it's now outselling games that are actively available, such as Sonic Frontiers, Elden Ring, and Midnight Suns. On PS4, the game is currently charting number 6, while Xbox Series X sees it appearing at number 4. Obviously, these stats are a bit skewed given that Hogwarts Legacy is so close to release, which naturally leads to more pre-orders, but it still serves as a good indicator of where fan excitement is at for the game. One additional reason why Hogwarts Legacy could result in being the top-selling title of 2023 is because Activision might be skipping out on releasing a new Call of Duty this year. So this goes on to talk about all that. So it is coming February 10th. And then last gen will be April 4th, and Switch will be July 25th. But it is selling. Now, continuing on furthermore, you can see that it is already a top-selling Steam game weeks before launch. So despite boycott efforts, despite a agenda that it's transphobic and that anybody that supports it is transphobic, it is still riding high. So you can see right here, for the week ending on January 8th, pre-order secured the upcoming Harry Potter title the number 4 spot on Steam's global charts. It was topped only by Steam Deck, Elden Ring, and Modern Warfare 2. Not bad for an experience that's still 1 month out for release. So you can see, here's the top 10 right here. So right in the middle, number 4, right above Cyberpunk and Red Dead Redemption 2. So this definitely doesn't show any sign of slowing down right here. And depending on which way you look at it, because this game has been trending for quite some time, and again, it's been causing a lot of polarizing attitudes. In fact, I bet you if we look down at the comments of Hogwarts, which, my God, why did it send me? Here we go. Let's say, why did it send me down the whole person's Twitter profile? You can see that there's people on here that are just saying, Gaming journalists won't mention it without bringing up controversies, so I doubt it. And Jeff Keighley won't pick anything that controversial for Game of the Year, even if it's quality. And yeah, let's look up right here. So this just goes to show you that even though people were asking for a boycott and people are demanding people don't buy it, and people are saying, you know, look right here. Me still buying Hogwarts Legacy and watching the folks who boycott it bitch and complain about it. I see the tweets and retweets. The motherfuckers complain, but I'm pretty sure most of us, like myself, for example, are buying the game to support the developers who made Wizarding World come to life like never before in a way where it's our own story. Where's the crime in that? Explain to me. Is supporting the developers who made this game without J.K. Rowling and just based on pure love of the Wizarding World like the rest of us share with a diverse team and device world is wrong? Then much like the joke of my post, call me Lord Voldemort. And you can see people are just ready for it. Bet my left nut that at least half the people that complain about it will still buy it because they love Harry Potter. The reason why everyone else is buying it. And yeah, despite all this, despite this culture calling for it, despite everybody wanting to go against J.K. Rowling, Hogwarts Legacy is going to sell, and it's going to be the biggest thing right here. You know, this says the hilarious thing about this is that their tantrums are only boosting the sales. And that is 110 fucking percent right there. 110. It's this thing right here again. I said it the other day. The outcry and problem is that in society today, and I don't care if people get mad about what I'm going to say, because none of this in any form of fashion is transphobic at all. In order to fit in society, people play identity politics. They find something to identify with, and they run with that, and they victimize themselves as that in order to feel like they're contributing to a part of society. And unfortunately, it's starting to affect movies, TVs, video games, and if you're not supporting their cause, you're automatically a trash human being. You can't say an opposite belief, whether it's a professional opposite belief, whether it's something that in no shape or form is hateful at all. You're automatically labeled as a hateful person. Difference of opinion, freedom of speech, multiple perspectives is what makes the world go round. If everybody just bought into the same train of thought, we'd all be slaves to one social, I guess, construct. There's a difference. Like, if somebody's saying death to all trans people, yeah, that's hate. But if somebody's buying a fucking video game that you're boycotting, how dare you fucking label them as being a bigot or transphobic? That's the fucking issue right there. If it was the other way around and it was anti-conservative or anti-white or anti, whatever, they would be perfectly fine with it. It's okay to be hateful on one side instead of just fucking being a centralist and just meeting in the fucking middle. And that's why I call this out. And that's why the world is taking a stand. Whether you like it or not, Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy is doing good because this boycott is just boosting the sales. People are going to buy it just despite that. And that's the fucking problem. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description.